So this video is going to talk through what the equipment package is that is available to hire for all DofE participants. The pack itself comes at £25 per expedition and gives the opportunity for pupils to have a set of equipment that means that they do not need to go out and purchase things like sleeping bags, rucksacks and liners. I'll move from the right to the left and just look through all the equipment that we have here, and then there'll be a separate video about how to maintain and wash this kit before it's returned back to stores. So starting with what I refer to as the ancillary items. For all participants hiring the equipment, we have a head torch, a bowl, a knife, fork, spoon known as a spork, as well as some first aid provisions. So this comes with a small participant first aid kit, which will be things like plasters, dressings and wipes, and then Compeed. So blisters are one of the most common injuries, along with sunburn, that you have on DofE. So these Compeed packs are there to be used by anyone who requires them. Then there's a sturdy aluminium water bottle which fits perfectly into the side of the backpack. That's a litre water bottle. As we move along, we come on to our sleeping system. So the sleeping system is one of the most important parts of what we have in our backpacks. As well as the sleeping system, every participant will have access to a tent and a cooker as part of their regular DofE. So within the hire equipment, we have a warm sleeping bag. This sleeping bag is rated to 5 degrees, which is good for kind of spring through to autumn, with a limit rating of -1. Now, some people will look at limits and think, that's good, I can stay warm in that temperature. But realistically, what that limit means is that that person might be able to sleep overnight at that temperature wearing all of their clothes. So it's always good to look at the comfort rating, 5 degrees. That should be good through bronze and silver DofE. As well as this, we have a sleeping bag liner, and these sleeping bag liners are designed to be both hygienic so that they can be quickly cleaned, so that dirt and kind of our own odours don't get spread into the sleeping bag, and these need to be cleaned after each use on an expedition. They also add about 1 or 2 degrees to the warmth of a sleeping bag, a little bit like having a sheet. We opted for the package to come with a more high quality sleeping mat than your regular foam mats. This is a fully kind of full height sleeping mat from Multimat, and is a semi-inflatable mat. It means that it is built from a large inflatable surface with padding in between. So these mats are both comfortable and light and allow us to have a good, comfortable night's sleep, and are probably the best on the market at the moment for things like DofE. As well as the items that we have for sleeping and our ancillary items, we also have a series of dry bags designed to keep all of the kit and equipment dry in bad weather. Normally, we look to put ancillary items into the smaller dry bag. And that can be sealed up to the top of the bag. And then important items that we know we need to keep dry, it might be clothes that want to go into the medium-sized dry bag, or it could be the sleeping mat. On top of this, we also have a large dry bag that is designed for really important items like the sleeping bag. If our sleeping bag gets wet, then it's not going to be as useful and as warm as if the sleeping bag were dry. So I would always suggest using the largest dry bag to contain the sleeping bag, which means if you take it out of your bag, it should always be dry. As well as this, there is a large bag liner that's designed to go into the bag to stop water going through the bag and getting your equipment wet. Each of the bags come with a hip belt that's designed to be tightened up to be extremely small when needed. So these are known as the Slim Jim hip belts, which allows for a much closer tightening, something that the company Access Expeditions have designed specifically for pupils who might be struggling to find a bag that will fit around their hips properly. Each of these bags is 65 litres and also has an inbuilt rain cover to go over the top. So that's our equipment pack. All this equipment, along with the cooker, which is part of the team kit, a team first aid kit, and the tents, gives everything a participant should need for their general day-to-day supplies, with the exception of food and their own clothing. We hope that these expedition packs allow people to access the DofE expeditions without having to have a large cost of needing to invest in all this equipment, but I would suggest that if you have multiple people going through the programme, that investing in the equipment is a good idea as well. The next video will all be about how to maintain and to store this equipment, and also how to wash before handing this equipment back. Thank you very much.